Most people believe reaching your first $100,000 is the hardest part. They're wrong, because something strange begins to happen after that milestone. Your money starts working harder than you do. Not overnight, not by magic, and not because you suddenly become a financial genius. There's a reason wealthy people become wealthier much faster, while everyone else feels like they're running in circles. Today, you're going to discover exactly why that happens, and why understanding this one principle could completely change the way you build wealth. For years, it feels like you're climbing a mountain with a backpack full of bricks. Every pound or dollar you earn comes from waking up early, working long hours, making sacrifices, and trying to save whatever is left at the end of the month. Progress feels painfully slow. You wonder if investing is even worth it. Sometimes you open your investment app, and nothing seems to have changed. Some days, your balance is even lower than yesterday. It's frustrating, it's discouraging, and it's exactly where most people quit. Not because they aren't capable, but because they stop just before the journey becomes interesting. Alex nearly made the same mistake. Every month, he invested a little more. Sometimes 100 pounds. Sometimes 300 pounds. Whenever he could. His friends laughed. Some told him he was wasting his money. Others chased expensive lifestyles. New phones, luxury clothes, weekend parties. While Alex quietly kept investing, nothing exciting happened. 1 month became 6. 6 months became 2 years. Everything still felt ordinary. Until one afternoon. Alex opened his investment account. He expected another normal day. Instead, he noticed something that stopped him in his tracks. His portfolio had grown more in a single day than he used to save in an entire month. He stared at the screen, confused. What just happened? The answer had nothing to do with luck. Here's what most people never understand. The first $10,000 works for you. The first $50,000 works even harder. But once your investments become much larger, every small percentage increase represents a much bigger amount of money. Imagine two investors. One has $10,000. The other has $100,000. If both portfolios grow by 10%, the first investor gains about $1,000. The second gains about $10,000. Exactly the same percentage. Completely different outcome. That's why wealth often appears to accelerate. The rules didn't change, the numbers did. This is where everything starts to feel different. You stop relying only on your salary. Your investments begin contributing in a more meaningful way. Every dividend, every market gain, every reinvestment, every smart financial decision starts building on the last one, like a snowball rolling downhill. It becomes larger with every turn, not because the hill suddenly became steeper, but because the snowball never stopped moving. That's the power of consistency. Not excitement, not luck. Consistency. The biggest mistake people make is believing they need more money before they begin investing. But money isn't always your greatest advantage. Time is. The earlier you start, the more opportunities your investments have to grow. Waiting 5 years doesn't just delay your progress. It can reduce the amount of time your money has to work for you. That's why wealthy people often focus less on timing the market and more on spending time in the market. Here's the truth. The first $100,000 isn't magical. It's psychological. It represents years of discipline, patience, learning, and refusing to quit when progress felt invisible. By the time many people reach that milestone, they've already developed the habits that continue building wealth long afterwards. The money didn't suddenly become smarter. You did. And that's why net worth often seems to explode after $100,000. Not because everything changes overnight, but because years of small, consistent decisions finally begin revealing their full power. So, if your portfolio still feels small, don't focus on how far you have left to go. Focus on becoming the kind of person who keeps investing. Even when nothing exciting seems to be happening, because one day, you'll look back and realize the moment that changed your financial future wasn't when you reached $100,000. It was the day you decided never to stop building.